The next morning, Daniel woke early as usual. The soft light of the sun streamed into the small kitchen, and he could hear birds chirping outside. He prepared breakfast while thinking about the day ahead. Lily would be at school soon, and he had several deliveries to complete before returning to the workshop. After breakfast, Lily kissed him goodbye and ran off to catch the school bus. Daniel waved and then loaded packages into his truck. As he started the engine, he noticed Anna waiting near the edge of the street, her small bag slung over her shoulder. "Good morning," Daniel said, smiling. "Are you joining me today?" Anna returned the smile. "Yes, I thought I could spend the morning with you if that's all right." "Of course," Daniel replied. "Hop in." They drove slowly through Green Hill, Daniel explaining the streets and small landmarks along the way. Anna listened carefully, absorbing every detail. She asked questions about his deliveries, about Lily, and about the people in the town. Daniel answered patiently, happy to share his world. By late morning, they reached the first house for delivery. Daniel climbed out and handed over the package to an elderly woman, who greeted him with a warm smile. "Thank you, Daniel. Lily is such a sweet girl," she said. Daniel nodded. "She is. I hope she grows up to be kind and strong." Anna noticed how everyone spoke warmly to Daniel. Even strangers seemed to trust and respect him. She realized that this respect was earned not through money or power, but through honesty and hard work. As they continued their route, Anna began to ask about Lily's school. "Does she like it there?" "She loves it," Daniel replied. "She enjoys learning and spending time with her friends. I just wish I could give her more opportunities." Anna smiled. "You already give her so much. She has your love and support, and that matters more than anything." Daniel looked at her, surprised by her insight. "You really think so?" "I do," Anna said softly. "You can't buy what you give her every day." By afternoon, they returned to Daniel's small home. Lily had returned from school and was busy drawing at the kitchen table. When she saw Anna, she ran forward excitedly. "Anna, come see my new picture," Lily exclaimed, holding up her drawing. Anna bent down to look. "This is beautiful, Lily. You have a real talent." Lily beamed. "Do you want to keep it?" "I would love to," Anna said. Daniel watched them, feeling a quiet happiness. Something about Anna's presence brought lightness into their home. Lily laughed freely, showing Anna her collection of small toys and telling stories from school. Later, Anna helped Daniel prepare a simple snack for Lily. The three of them sat together, chatting about small things. Anna felt a sense of belonging she had never experienced before. In her own life, she had people around her all the time, but none who made her feel this calm and accepted. As the sun began to set, Daniel suggested they take a short walk to the nearby playground. Lily ran ahead, swinging and laughing, while Daniel and Anna walked side by side. "You make a great father," Anna said softly. Daniel smiled, slightly embarrassed. "I try. I just want to make sure she grows up happy and safe." "You're doing more than that," Anna replied. "You're giving her a life full of love. That's something money can never buy." Daniel looked at her, a strange feeling stirring inside him. He had never met someone like Anna before. She was kind, thoughtful, and she seemed to understand him without any judgment. They returned home as the sky turned orange and pink. Daniel tucked Lily into bed and kissed her forehead. "Sleep well, Lily. Daddy loves you." "I love you too, Daddy," Lily whispered, closing her eyes. Afterward, Anna and Daniel sat quietly in the living room. Neither of them spoke at first, but the silence was comfortable. It was the kind of silence that comes from understanding and trust. Finally, Anna stood. "I should get going soon," she said softly. "But thank you for letting me spend the day with you and Lily. I feel like I've learned more about life here than I ever imagined." Daniel smiled. "You're welcome any time, Anna. You're always welcome in our home." Outside, the night settled over Green Hill. Stars twinkled above, and the town grew quiet. Anna walked away slowly, thinking about Daniel and Lily. She had no idea how much this small family had already changed her view of life. She knew somehow that this was not the end of their story. Their paths would cross again, and when they did, everything might change. The next morning, Daniel woke up to the sound of soft sunlight spilling into the kitchen. He prepared breakfast for Lily, humming a quiet tune as he flipped pancakes. Lily was already up, her hair slightly messy but her eyes bright and excited. "Daddy, can we go to the park after breakfast?" she asked, her small hands holding her fork. Daniel smiled warmly. Of course, Lily. We will have plenty of time after you finish your homework. After breakfast, Lily ran off to school and Daniel loaded his truck for his deliveries. As he stepped outside, he noticed Anna waiting on the street again, her small bag on her shoulder. She waved and Daniel smiled. Good morning, he said. Are you joining me again today? Yes, Anna replied with a gentle smile. I enjoy seeing your world. It feels real. I like it, Daniel chuckled. Hop in. Let's get going. The day passed quickly as they drove through Green Hill, delivering packages and meeting people. Anna asked questions about Daniel's work, about Lily, and about the town. Daniel spoke freely, explaining his routines, sharing little stories, and laughing when Anna teased him about getting tired. By late afternoon, they returned to Daniel's house. Lily had returned from school and was drawing at the kitchen table. When she saw Anna, she ran forward happily. Anna, look what I made today, Lily exclaimed, holding up her latest drawing. Anna knelt to see it. This is wonderful, Lily. You're really talented, Lily giggled. Do you like it enough to hang it on your wall? Anna laughed softly. I would be honored. Daniel watched them interact, feeling warmth in his heart. He noticed how Anna's presence brought a lightness into their home. She laughed with Lily, shared little stories, and even helped him tidy up after the day. The house felt alive with energy and joy. Later, Daniel suggested they take a short walk to the playground before dinner. Lily ran ahead, swinging and laughing, while Daniel and Anna walked side by side. You are an amazing father, Daniel, Anna said softly. Daniel looked slightly embarrassed. I try my best. I just want Lily to grow up happy and safe. You are giving her more than that, Anna replied. She has love, security, and someone who truly cares for her. That is far more valuable than anything money could buy. Daniel felt a strange warmth. He realized that Anna had seen something he never expected anyone to notice, the strength in his love and his devotion. As the evening sky turned golden orange, they returned home. Daniel tucked Lily into bed, kissed her forehead, and whispered, Sleep well, my sweet girl. Daddy loves you. I love you too, Daddy, Lily whispered, closing her eyes with a contented smile. Afterward, Anna and Daniel sat quietly in the living room. The house was calm, and the soft evening light created a cozy atmosphere. Neither of them spoke at first, but the silence was comfortable. It was a silence built on trust, understanding, and a shared sense of peace. Finally, Anna spoke. Daniel, I have to tell you something, she said, hesitating slightly. I am not from around here. I come from a very different world. My family is wealthy. I have always lived in luxury, but I wanted to see life from a different perspective. That is why I was traveling alone. Daniel looked at her, surprised but calm. I see, he said slowly. That doesn't change anything. You are here now, and you've shared time with Lily and me. That matters more than anything else. Anna smiled, relieved. I wanted to be honest. I didn't want you to think I was hiding something. Daniel nodded. You didn't hide anything important. What matters is your heart, and I can see that you care. That's all I need to know. Anna felt a warmth in her chest, realizing that she had found something rare, a man who valued honesty, love, and care above all else. She looked at Daniel and saw the same kindness and strength she had admired from the beginning. The evening passed quietly. They talked about small dreams, about life, and about the future. Anna realized that her world of wealth and privilege could never give her what she had found here: connection, laughter, and genuine love. As night fell over Green Hill, the stars shone brightly. Daniel, Anna, and Lily sat together, feeling a bond that had grown stronger with each passing day. They were from different worlds, yet they had found each other through chance, honesty, and shared moments of joy. Anna knew that this was only the beginning. Their lives had changed, and the future held endless possibilities. And Daniel realized that sometimes the most unexpected meetings could bring the greatest happiness. In that quiet, simple home surrounded by warmth, laughter, and love, they all understood that life's true treasure was not wealth or comfort, but the people who touch your heart and stay with you forever. The small town of Rivertown was known for its calm streets and kind people. It was not a busy city, but it had a charm that made strangers feel welcome. On the edge of the town stood a small workshop with a wooden sign that read Tom's Garage. The garage was not fancy, but people trusted it because of the man who worked there. His name was Tom, a kind mechanic who had lived in Rivertown all his life. Tom was not rich. He worked hard every day fixing cars, bikes, and even tractors for the farmers nearby. He loved his work not because it made him money, but because it allowed him to help others. Everyone in the town respected him. They knew Tom would never cheat anyone, and he always put honesty above profit. His hands were always greasy, but his heart was clean and gentle. One sunny afternoon, when Tom was tightening the bolts on an old pickup truck, he heard the sound of an unfamiliar car struggling nearby. The engine made a strange noise before it finally went silent. Tom put down his tools and looked outside. A sleek black car stood at the corner of the road. Its shiny body did not match the dusty streets of Rivertown. Clearly, the car belonged to someone from outside the town. The driver's door opened and a young woman stepped out. She wore simple clothes, but something about her posture and the way she carried herself felt different. Her eyes scanned the street with worry as she tried to figure out what to do next. Tom wiped his hands on a cloth and walked toward her. "Need some help, miss?" Tom asked with a friendly smile. The woman looked relieved. "Yes, please. My car just stopped. I don't know what happened." "I'm not from here," Tom nodded. "Don't worry. I'll take a look." "I run the garage right there." He pointed to the wooden sign. "I can check your car." The woman smiled back. "That would be wonderful. Thank you." She introduced herself as Anna. She explained that she had been traveling alone and had taken a wrong turn on the countryside road. Now her car refused to move. Tom opened the hood and leaned inside. With a quick look, he noticed the problem. "Your battery connection is loose," he said calmly. "Easy fix. You were lucky it happened near my garage." Anna watched him work with careful hands. He moved quickly, focused on the task without showing off. She noticed that his shirt was worn out from long hours of work, yet his face showed no complaint. Within a few minutes, Tom tightened the wires and closed the hood. "Try starting the car now," he said. Anna turned the key and the engine roared back to life. Her eyes brightened with relief. "Oh, thank you so much." "You saved me," Tom chuckled. "It was nothing. You just needed a small adjustment." Anna reached into her bag. "How much do I owe you?" Tom shook his head. "No charge. It only took a minute." "Just be careful on the road." Anna was surprised. In the cities she had visited, no one ever offered help without asking for money. People always tried to take advantage of her. But this man was different. His kindness was simple and without hidden motives. She felt something unusual in her heart, something she had not felt in a long time. Tom noticed her hesitation and said, "If you're hungry, there's a diner down the street. They make the best pie in town. You'll like it." Anna smiled. "Thank you. Maybe I will." As she drove away slowly, Anna kept looking at the rear-view mirror, watching the small garage disappear behind her. She did not tell Tom who she really was. She was not just a lost tourist. She was Anna Morgan, one of the richest young women in the country, though few recognized her when she dressed simply. She was traveling to find peace and to escape the empty world of wealth where everyone wanted something from her. For the first time in many months, she had met someone who treated her as just another person. A mechanic with honest eyes had helped her without asking anything in return. She wondered if fate had brought her to Rivertown for a reason. The next morning, Rivertown woke up to a quiet sun. Birds sang near the riverbank, and the streets slowly filled with local shopkeepers opening their stores. Tom, the mechanic, was already at his garage, wiping the tools he had used the day before. He liked mornings because the air was fresh, and there was a calm feeling before the busy day began. As he prepared to start work on a small motorcycle, he heard the familiar sound of a car approaching. He looked up and saw a black car slowly driving toward his garage. His eyes widened in recognition. It was the woman from yesterday. The car stopped near the entrance and the woman stepped out. She carried a small backpack and wore a light scarf around her shoulders. She looked around the street as if seeing it for the first time. "Good morning," Tom greeted warmly. "Good morning," she replied with a gentle smile. "I hope I'm not disturbing you. I was thinking maybe I could explore Rivertown a little before I leave. I wanted to ask if you could tell me the best places to see." Tom nodded. "Of course. Rivertown is small, but it has some hidden spots. There's a beautiful old bridge near the river. The bakery makes fresh bread every morning. And the town library has some rare books if you like reading." Anna listened carefully, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. She loved quiet towns like this where people knew each other and life seemed peaceful. I would love to see the bridge, she said. Tom smiled. It's not far from here. I can show you if you want. Anna felt a small thrill. She had traveled to many cities, but nobody had offered to guide her like this before. She nodded eagerly. They walked together through the streets. Tom pointed out small details about the town. An old fountain in the center square, a tiny shop selling handmade toys, and a colorful mural painted by local children. Anna noticed how he knew every corner and every person. His familiarity gave her a sense of comfort she had not felt in a long time. As they reached the bridge, the river sparkled under the morning sun. Ducks swam lazily and flowers grew along the banks. Anna paused and took a deep breath. This is beautiful, she said softly. Tom leaned on the railing beside her. Most visitors miss this view. People usually drive by quickly, but it's worth stopping. Anna smiled. I'm glad you showed me. She felt a quiet happiness. She wanted to tell him who she really was, but she held back. She wanted to see if he could care for her without knowing her wealth. They spent the next hour walking along the riverbank. Anna asked questions about the town, and Tom shared stories of his childhood, the festivals, and the people he had helped over the years. He spoke with warmth and honesty, making her feel at ease. She laughed at some of his stories and felt her heart lighten. Later, as they returned to the garage, Anna hesitated. She wanted to say something important, but the words felt heavy. Tom looked at her and smiled. You don't have to worry about anything here. Rivertown is simple and people are kind. You'll feel safe, Anna nodded. Thank you, Tom, you have a kind heart. It's rare to meet someone like you. Tom shrugged modestly. I just try to do the right thing. That's all. As she prepared to leave, Anna felt a strange feeling she could not describe. She was used to luxury and control, but here she felt free and unimportant in a good way. She wanted to see more of the town and spend time with someone who treated her like a normal person. Tom waved as she drove away, unaware of who she really was. Anna, on the other hand, kept glancing at the rearview mirror, thinking about the kind mechanic who had shown her simple kindness. She had traveled the world, met wealthy people and seen beautiful places, but nothing compared to the feeling of being treated with genuine care. For the first time, she felt that maybe she had not come to Rivertown by accident. Perhaps it was the start of something new, a connection not based on money or power, but on trust and honesty. And deep inside, Anna knew she wanted to see him again. The following days in Rivertown passed with their usual calm rhythm. Tom worked in his garage from morning until late afternoon, repairing cars and helping the townspeople. The familiar sounds of engines, the clinking of metal, and the smell of oil filled his small workshop. Yet despite the busy days, his mind often wandered to the young woman he had met. Anna, meanwhile, explored the town quietly. She visited the bakery, the library, and the old market. But she always found herself thinking about Tom. His honesty and simple life fascinated her. In the cities she had visited, people rarely acted without expecting something in return. But Tom seemed genuinely kind, and she wanted to know him better. One morning, Anna drove her black car to the garage again. Tom was surprised but pleased to see her. Good morning, Anna, he said with a friendly smile. Good morning, Tom, she replied warmly. I thought I could stop by and learn more about Rivertown. Would that be okay? Of course, Tom said. I can show you a few places people usually miss. Together they walked through the quieter streets of the town. Tom introduced her to the local grocer, Mr. Harris, who always had a cheerful word for everyone. He showed her the small playground where children played after school, and a hidden garden behind the town hall where flowers bloomed year-round. Anna listened carefully, laughing and asking questions. She felt at ease with Tom. He spoke simply but with confidence, and she noticed how everyone seemed to trust him. The townspeople greeted him warmly as they passed, waving or stopping for a quick chat. Anna could see why they liked him. During their walk, Anna noticed a small cafe tucked in a corner. Its windows were slightly fogged, but the smell of fresh bread and coffee came through the door. Tom noticed her interest. This place is my favorite, he said. They make the best cinnamon rolls in town. Anna smiled. Then we should try them. Inside, the cafe was cozy. Wooden tables were arranged neatly, and the smell of baked goods made Anna feel warm and comfortable. They sat by the window and ordered 2 rolls with hot chocolate. As they ate, Anna found herself sharing stories she had never told anyone. She spoke of her travels, the places she had seen, and the lonely feeling that often followed wealth. Tom listened quietly, nodding and occasionally asking simple questions. He never judged or interrupted, and his attention made her feel respected. "I have met many people, but it is rare to meet someone who listens like you do," Anna said softly. Tom smiled, a little embarrassed. "I don't know much about fancy things, but I know how it feels to care for others. Life is easier when you help people without expecting anything." Anna felt a sudden warmth in her chest. She realized that this simple mechanic had given her something more valuable than gold or luxury. He had given her a sense of normalcy, a feeling she had longed for in her life of wealth. After leaving the cafe, they walked slowly along the river again. The morning sun reflected on the water, and Anna felt a calm happiness. She was learning to enjoy life simply, to notice small joys instead of big luxuries. "Thank you for today," Anna said as they approached the garage. "I feel like I can breathe here." Tom shook his head with a kind smile. "I am glad. Rivertown is simple, but it has a good heart. People here are honest and caring. You belong here, even if only for a short time." Anna looked at him and felt a new emotion stirring inside. She did not know if it was admiration, friendship, or something more, but she knew she wanted to spend more time with him. As she drove away, she promised herself to return again. Tom, unaware of her true identity, waved, thinking she was just a friendly traveler. But for Anna, these visits were no longer just about sightseeing. They were about feeling a connection, something real and pure, in a world that often felt empty. Little did they both know, this simple friendship was about to change both of their lives in ways neither could imagine. The next week in Rivertown felt brighter than usual. Anna continued her visits, exploring the town and spending time with Tom. Each day she learned something new about the small community and its people. She loved the simplicity of the town, the way everyone knew each other and the kindness that filled the streets. Yet she was careful. She had kept her real identity hidden. She was not just a visitor. She was a billionaire who owned businesses across the country. Most people only saw her wealth and wanted something from her. But here in Rivertown, she was just Anna. Tom, on the other hand, treated her like any other friend. He never asked about her background, her possessions, or where she came from. He only cared about the present moment, the simple joy of sharing time with someone who appreciated life as it was. One sunny morning, Anna decided to visit the garage again. Tom was working on an old pickup truck when she arrived. He looked up and smiled. "Good morning, Anna," he greeted. "Good morning, Tom," she replied with a smile. "I thought I could help you today. Maybe I can learn something about cars." Tom laughed softly. "Cars are tricky, but I can show you a few things if you like." Anna joined him in the garage. She watched him work closely, learning how he handled tools, inspected engines, and fixed problems patiently. She was amazed at his skill. She had never seen anyone work with such care and attention. After a while, Tom paused and wiped his hands on a cloth. "You know, Anna, you are welcome here anytime. Rivertown is small, but people with kind hearts always feel at home." Anna felt a sudden warmth in her chest. She wanted to tell him the truth, but she hesitated. Finally, after a long pause, she decided it was time. She needed to be honest. "Tom," she began softly, "there is something I have not told you." Tom looked at her curiously. "What is it?" Anna took a deep breath. "I am not just a traveler. I am from a wealthy family. I own businesses and companies in the cities. Most people know me as Anna Morgan." Tom blinked in surprise. He had never expected this, but he stayed calm. "I see," he said quietly. Anna watched his face closely, worried he might treat her differently. But Tom smiled gently. "That doesn't change anything, Anna. You are still the same person I met. You are still the woman who enjoys Rivertown and cares about others. Your wealth does not matter here." Anna felt a rush of relief. Few people ever said something like that to her. Most only saw her money and wanted something in return. But Tom's words were simple and sincere. She realized that she had made the right choice by trusting him. "Thank you, Tom," she said softly. "I was afraid you might think differently." Tom shook his head. "No, I care about people, not money. You are here as Anna, not as a billionaire. That is enough for me." They spent the rest of the morning together, fixing small problems in the garage and sharing stories. Anna felt lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. For the first time, she could be herself completely without pretending. Later, as they walked outside, the sun was high in the sky. Birds flew across the river and the gentle breeze carried the scent of flowers. Anna looked at Tom and felt a connection deeper than friendship. She knew that he cared about her for who she truly was, not for what she owned. Tom, unaware of the emotions swirling in her heart, continued talking about the town and the people who lived there. He was honest, kind, and full of life. Anna realized that she had found something rare, a person whose heart was pure and intentions were genuine. As she drove away later, Anna felt a new excitement for life. She no longer had to hide her identity, and yet she knew that her feelings for Tom were growing. She wondered if he might ever see her as more than a friend. Deep inside, Anna smiled to herself. For the first time, she believed that true connection was possible, and that perhaps Rivertown had given her more than peace. It had given her hope. Days passed quickly in Rivertown, and Anna's visits became more frequent. Each morning, she would drive her black car slowly into the town, enjoying the fresh air and quiet streets. Tom, busy in his garage, often looked up from his work to wave at her as she arrived. He had grown fond of her cheerful presence and the way she noticed small details about the town that he sometimes overlooked. One afternoon, Tom suggested they visit the old library together. It was a place he loved as a child, filled with dusty shelves, rare books, and quiet corners perfect for reading. Anna eagerly agreed, and they walked side by side talking about the books and the stories they liked. "Do you read often?" Tom asked as he picked up an old adventure novel. "Not as much as I should," Anna replied with a smile. "I always travel and there is so much to see. But I like stories that feel real, where the characters struggle and grow. Life feels like a story sometimes, don't you think?" Tom nodded. "Yes, and some stories stay with you forever. The ones that teach you about kindness and courage are the best." They spent hours browsing through the shelves, occasionally reading aloud passages to each other. Anna loved seeing Tom's excitement when he found a book he liked. She noticed the gentle way he handled each page, careful not to damage anything. It made her feel a deep respect for him and a quiet admiration. After the library, they walked to the riverbank again. The sun was setting, painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. Anna leaned on the railing, watching the water sparkle. "This place is magical," she said softly. "It feels like time stops here." Tom smiled. "I think Rivertown has a way of doing that. People forget the rush of the world for a while and just enjoy what is around them." Anna turned to him, her eyes bright. "I am glad I met you, Tom. You have shown me something I have never experienced before. Simple happiness without expectation." Tom looked away, slightly embarrassed. "I am glad too. It's nice to share this town with someone who appreciates it." Over the next few days, their friendship grew deeper. Anna began helping Tom in small ways at the garage, handing him tools, cleaning parts, and learning about engines. Tom was patient, teaching her carefully and praising her efforts. He liked seeing her enthusiasm and the way she laughed when she made small mistakes. One afternoon, a problem arose with one of the town's delivery trucks. The owner was in a hurry, worried about a delayed shipment. Tom worked quickly but needed an extra hand. Anna immediately offered to help. Together, they managed to fix the truck in time. The owner was grateful and paid them, but Tom refused to take Anna's share of the payment. "You did a great job," he said. "No need to worry about money. Helping is enough." Anna smiled, realizing that she had found a rare connection with someone who valued kindness more than anything else. Her heart felt lighter, and she began to understand the meaning of true friendship. That evening, as she drove home, Anna thought about Tom and Rivertown. She had come looking for peace and escape, but she had found much more. A man with a kind heart, a town full of warmth, and a life that felt real and meaningful. She realized she wanted to spend more time with Tom, not because of who she was, but because of who he was. For the first time, Anna felt that love might not be about wealth or status. It could be about honesty, trust, and simple moments shared together. She smiled, thinking about the days ahead and the small adventures she would have with Tom. Little did she know, the town would soon present them with a situation that would test their friendship and reveal how strong their connection truly was. Rivertown had grown even brighter in Anna's eyes. Each morning she looked forward to her visits, the simple streets and the quiet charm of the town. But one day a problem appeared that tested the bond between her and Tom. It was a busy afternoon at the garage. Tom was fixing a farmer's tractor when a shiny black car rolled into the driveway. Anna stepped out smiling as usual, but she carried a letter in her hand, a letter from her assistant in the city. It reminded her of the responsibilities she could not ignore for long. Her businesses needed her attention and she could not stay away forever. "Tom," Anna said softly, "I received a message from home. I might have to leave Rivertown soon." Tom looked up, wiping sweat from his forehead. "Leave? Why?" "You just arrived." Anna shook her head. "I know, but my responsibilities are waiting. I can't avoid them." She tried to hide her worry, but Tom noticed the faint sadness in her eyes. Tom's heart sank, but he smiled to hide his concern. "I understand. Sometimes life calls us back to other places, but it will be sad to see you go." Anna looked at him, feeling a sudden tightness in her chest. She realized how much she had come to care about him. She had thought she was just enjoying a simple vacation, but now she understood that her feelings for Tom were deeper. "I don't want to leave, Tom," she admitted. "This town, everything here feels real. It's the first time I feel truly happy." Tom paused, searching for words. He wanted to tell her how he felt, but he was unsure if she could stay. "Anna, happiness is important. You should do what you must. But remember, Rivertown will always welcome you." The next few days were bittersweet. Anna tried to focus on the town, on helping Tom in the garage and on small adventures. But the letter from her assistant kept reminding her of the city, deadlines, and responsibilities. She felt torn between her life of wealth and her desire to stay in Rivertown with Tom. One evening, while fixing a car together, a small misunderstanding occurred. Anna tried to help Tom tighten a bolt, but the tool slipped and scratched the vehicle's paint. Tom looked at the mark, frustrated. "It's okay," Anna said quickly. "I didn't mean to," Tom sighed, still a little annoyed. "It's fine. Just be careful next time." Anna felt a pang of guilt. She had never wanted to ruin anything, but she realized that even small mistakes could feel bigger in a quiet, honest life like Tom's. She quietly thought that perhaps the city had taught her to rush, while Rivertown taught patience. After work, they walked silently to the riverbank. The sun was low, casting golden reflections on the water. Anna finally spoke. "Tom, I don't want to leave, and I don't want to cause trouble. I don't know what to do." Tom looked at her and smiled gently. "Anna, life is full of choices. Sometimes we have to follow responsibility, sometimes the heart. You are learning what matters to you. Whatever you decide, I will respect it." Anna felt a mix of relief and sadness. She realized that Tom's words were kind, honest, and freeing. He did not demand her presence, nor did he judge her for needing to return to her world. Yet, she could feel her heart pulling her toward him. That night, Anna sat by the river alone, thinking about the simple town, the kind mechanic and the strange, beautiful feeling of being loved for herself, not her wealth. She knew that whatever decision she made, Rivertown had already changed her. She had discovered the joy of honesty, friendship, and simple connection. And deep inside, she also knew that the true test of her feelings for Tom had only just begun.